Popper receives a relic from his father, but it's a frozen penguin. Popper thought it was a taxidermy animal, but just as he turned to make a phone call, the penguin came to life, bobbing its head and moving its fins, shocked. Popper carefully picks up the penguin. He has to go to work, so he turns on the faucet and puts the penguin in the bathtub. The penguin swims happily in the bathtub. But when Popper came home from work and opened the bathroom door, Popper can't stand it any longer. He calls the community workers, but none of them would take the penguin away. He throws water from a vase on the ground and then throws the penguin down. But when Popper went to work the next day, the doorman handed the penguin back to him. Popper had to contact the person who sent the penguin in the mail. Soon after, a refrigerated box is delivered and Popper opens the door to put the penguin in it and send it away. But while he was catching the penguins, 5 more penguins came out of the freezer, so Popper had a complete breakdown. 6 penguins knock over ice bucket. They use the ground as a skating rink, sliding one after the other and making a mess of the feast. Popper breaks out in a cold sweat as he watches the penguins fall from the sky. The penguins have seen him too, and come closer to him. Popper has no choice but to take the penguins home. Popper's dead father sent Popper 6 penguins. 1 ate his snacks, 1 circled in the toilet, and 1 jumped on top of the cupboard. The 6 penguins made a mess of the house. Popper had to open a box of dog food to calm them down. Just then, Popper's ex-wife arrived with the kids. Both children love the penguins, and Popper is beginning to be swayed by the idea of sending them back to Antarctica. He decorated the house in a snowy world and took care of the penguins' eggs with his children. It wasn't long before the director of the zoo found out about Popper's penguins. He tried to buy the penguins from Popper, but when Popper refused, he stole them. So Popper and his family came to the zoo to rescue the penguins. They took all the penguins despite the director's objections, but 1 penguin was almost caught by the director because he was too slow. He's tangled up in kite strings and makes his way to the roof, where he's forced to swoop down. Luckily, he ends up firmly in Popper's car. At the end of the story, Popper brings the penguins back to Antarctica to help them return home.